Good morning, good morning, good morning. So, you need to know, full transparency. Well, first of all, let me just say this. Happy day after Thanksgiving. Happy Black Friday day. Is that, you know how people always say, if you celebrate, happy Black Friday. So, anyway, full transparency. Had a great Thanksgiving yesterday. Everything was great. I planned to do a video today, so I would just share the video. But I thought, I'm just going to go live. I'm going to be home. I'm going to go live. And then I realized about 5 minutes ago, I'm like, Julie, you're still in your pajamas. And I just don't know if I can do a pajama video 2 days in a row. Clearly I can. But, so what I did is I went and just threw a sweatshirt on and kind of comb my hair. So I'm very fancy for you today. So welcome to Stampin' Shine with Julie Salva. I am Julie Salva. I've got the 5th project, 12 days. Good morning, Linda. 12 days of Christmas, project 5. We have made it to project 5. There's still 7 more to go. I mean, this is great. So a couple of things to remind you of. I will show you the projects we've done so far. You know what? I always struggle, and it's just like right there, and then it goes. Okay, project number 1 will be somewhere. I'm not going to worry about that. All right, project number 2, we made the little box and the insert. Linda, thank you. Project number 3, one of my favorites, the Post-it note container. I've got the measurements there on the back, and I have used this joker. Good morning, Janine. Nice to see you. Project number 4, little hot chocolate thing. Who was it? Betty Jo said that she might put some marshmallows in here with the hot chocolate, and that there are chocolate or peppermint spoons at the Dollar Tree that she might use. And I thought that was a really cute idea. Somebody else said that they might use it to put it over a beverage, you know, like a beverage bottle or something. So that was an idea. So today is project 5. And that's something, but you know what? I am going to show you one more project, because if you follow me at all, you know that every Thursday night at 6 o'clock, I do the Great American Stampin Show with my buddies, Brandy, Jody, and Shannon. And so I'm going to show you, we did sketch 19, and do I have that handy? I don't, because I wasn't planning on doing it. But sketch 19, this is a sketch. I'm going to show you the card, which I think is super cute on the outside. That was a sketch, 12 circles and a sentiment. But look at this on the inside. I teach you how to do a stair-step pop-up, and just how easy it is, right? So if you want to, go over to my YouTube channel, Stampin' Shine with Julie Salva, and you can watch it, and you can vote if you like this project the best. Plus, you can see their projects too. So that's a fun hour or so of crafting with 4 different stampers and 4 different ideas. So, okay, are you ready? I'm going to show you. We are making, this is a great box. When I saw the picture of it, I was like, oh, it's a box. But it is really sturdy and super cute. So here's the box, okay? It's made out of garden green cardstock, the topper, so easy to make. Perfect for like the Bath & Body Works lotions that are on sale right now. Buy 3, get 3 free. Do I work for Bath & Body Works? No, I do not, but it does fit them perfectly. And anything else you want. You could fill it up with candy and it'd be a great prize. You could do anything you want with it, but let me show you how to make this box, because it's very cute. And here's the interesting thing, minimal cutting. Minimal cutting. So here's what you need. I'm going to show you, then I'll put the camera down and we'll get to stamping together. You're going to need a full sheet of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. I'm going to go with garden green today. You're going to need a full 6x6 piece of DSP. I'm going to go with, again, the Take a Bow, because that's what the people who ordered the kit on the front end received. And then you're going to need a scrap of white for your tag. And my tag will turn up here at some point in my pile of clutter. And if it doesn't, no, it will. It's going to be, it's here somewhere. So I should really be better prepared. But we're here. We're here. So here we go. You ready? All right, I'm going to put the camera down. And again, you know what? I'll flip it first this time. There you go. There's my backyard view. That's what I see right there. I have my dimensions here, just so you know. I should tell you guys the elephant story sometime. It's pretty awesome. Okay. Here we go. I'll move that light there. Okay, I think this is good. And I have my computer set up right here so that I can see if we have comments. Okay? So, let's get going. So I'm going to take this 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock, and I'm going to score. Now, get your pen, get your pencil, get ready, because you're going to need to write these dimensions down. Remember, if you want the 32-page PDF tutorial, you can get that for free if you place a $50 order with me, or you can purchase it for $25. It's totally up to you. If you don't want to do either of those things, that's fine too. That's why these videos are all free, but you're going to need to write the measurements down, okay? So get ready. Here we go. So we are going to score on the long side using our Stampin' Up! Trimmer, which, again, if you're a new stamper, you should totally have. We're going to score it at 2 5/8. Now, guys, here's the thing. I am not a fan of the 8s, but I'm going to do it for you, okay? Make sure I use my scoring blade. 2 5/8. Now, because this cardstock is thick, you know Stampin' Up! Cardstock is thick, you want to apply a good pressure, all right? 5 1/4. So let me get that good there. There we go. 5 1/4. 7 7/8. 7 7/8. I feel like I'm calling bingo. Okay, and then 10 1/2. 10 1/2. So this project was designed by Melissa Faust. So good morning, Jennifer and Kathy. So it's really cute. So I trust her measurements for sure. And then 2 inches across the bottom. Okay. Oh, Kathy, your card club mailed on Wednesday, so you should get that anytime. So keep an eye out on your email for the tutorial. Kathy's in my Stamp and Shine club, so she gets a monthly project kit from me every month. So, okay, so let me say it one more time. 2 5/8, 5 1/4, 7 7/8, 10 1/2, and then 2. While I've got my scorer out, I'm going to grab my piece of DSP, and this is easy. I'm going to score it 1 5/8 all the way around. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, here's the thing you want to be careful of. It's not hard, and many of you have learned this mistake, as have I, the hard way. You're not going to press. It is a full sheet of cardstock. Yeah, Jen. You're going to press not as heavy on DSP. Because if you do, and if you're new, DSP, Designer Series Paper, it's just our fancy name for pattern paper. Don't press as hard because you'll tear it, and you know that. So it's press firmly on cardstock, press lightly on Designer Series paper. Okay. And there we go. So I've scored it 1 5/8 on all 4 sides here, and then I'm going to say it one last time because I'm a giver. It's the season of giving. I'm a giver. 2 5/8. 5 1/4, 7 7/8, 10 1/2, and then 2. All right, so I can put my paper trimmer away, and by away, I mean over into the magic pile of clutter that we will be using later on today. And then I'm going to do just a little bit of cutting with my paper snips. So I'm going to take this corner piece right here, this little piece, I'm going to cut that off. All right, I hope those of you in the U.S. had a great Thanksgiving yesterday. We did. It was Mark and I, and then Matt and Jackie. You know Matt. If you've been here for a minute, Matt's my son. Jackie's my amazing daughter-in-law. And I put a video up on my personal Facebook page just showing our food. Jackie is a great baker, She made truly, I'm going to kind of fold here as a side note, just because it helps me see the score lines better, and it might help you see them better as well. Plus, I'm going to put my glasses on for up-close work. But Jackie made a great, it was beautiful, pumpkin pie. She made a pecan pie, which is my favorite. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys a funny story while I'm cutting this. It's not going to distract from the making of the box, I promise. Okay, so pecan pie is always my favorite. Side note, you see how I did these slits right here? That's going to help me do my edges. Now, or do the bottom of the box. One thing that you can do, and I do like to do this, is kind of, you've seen me do it before, kind of cut on an angle. It just looks a little prettier when you fold it in, so I'll do that right quick. But pecan pie is my favorite, and I think it's because my Meemaw made it when I was growing up, and it was so good. And so as my Meemaw got a little bit older, I asked her for the recipe for her pumpkin pie. I said, Meemaw, I want to know your recipe for your pumpkin pie. That's ugly. So she made it, or gave me the recipe, and I wrote it down. So years go by. Matt, at this point, is now Matt is in middle school, maybe early high school. And it's Thanksgiving, well before Jackie came along. And so I'm like, you know, so now she makes it. But anyway, so I'm like, Matt, let's make Mima's pecan pie. Okay. So I'm like, okay, let's get the recipe and let's make it. Okay, pause in the story, consider it a commercial break. I'm gonna do something a little bit different on this one, and it may or may not look good. So on the finished project, I like it a lot, and I would not be ashamed to give this to anybody. But I feel like I want a little something on the box. I want a little something on the cardstock, okay? So what I'm gonna do is take the stamp, okay? And this time we are using, again, the Festive Words stamp set. Okay, Festive Words. Remember, we only use 2 stamp sets on all these projects. And you can use whatever you want, but we're using the Festive Words. I'm going to take Festive Words. I'm going to take Garden Green, and I'm going to stamp this all over the box, just randomly, okay? And we'll see. It may be too busy. It may not. I don't know. So we'll see. So again, just randomly all over. Side note, back to the story, okay? So I'm like, Matt, let's make Mima's pecan pie. He's like, okay, Mom, let's do it. So I get the recipe and get all the ingredients. Now, one of the ingredients is Karo syrup. It's K-A-R-O. And so he's grabbing all the ingredients, and I've got the recipe, and I'm like, okay, buddy, read out the recipe to me. Side note, when I stamp over everything, I like to go off the edges. I just like the way it looks. I think it looks a little bit better. So he's looking at the recipe. He's looking at what I've written down for Mima's recipe. I could have filled it all in, but I think that's going to be enough. And he's like, Mom, he's like, this recipe is on the back of the Karo syrup bottle. I said, no, it's not, Matt. I said, this is Mima's very famous recipe. This is her secret recipe. I said, she gave it to me. He's like, Mom, the recipe is on the back of the Karo syrup bottle. And I looked, and it exactly was. My Mima's secret pecan pie recipe is on the back of the Karo syrup bottle. Well, I want you to know it's a great recipe. So I would encourage all of you to make it. Go get yourself a Karo syrup bottle and make it. So anyway, that's my Mima for you, though. That sounds exactly like something I would do when people say that I am my Mima reincarnated anyway. Not that I believe in reincarnation, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, let's put this together. So what I'm going to do here is I put it together is I am going to, you make your mom's brown sugar fudge recipe, or your husband does? Yeah. Today, instead of tear and tape, I'm going to use the Stampin' Seal Plus. I want you guys to see that because for 3D projects like this, you really need to use a sturdy adhesive. So with this, I want to tell you guys something. I told you that Seal, sometimes Stampin' Seal, the regular adhesive, acts like a teenager, right? Sometimes it cooperates, sometimes it doesn't. Stampin' Seal Plus acts like a teenage girl whose boyfriend has just broken up with her. It is the moodiest thing ever, but couple tips. When you use it, rather than with regular seal, you kind of have it at a straight line going parallel with what you're putting the seal on. With this, you kind of want to hold it up. And that really makes a big difference. So if you do that, I don't think you'll really have a problem, okay? So I kind of think I like this. I could have put more for sure, but I do kind of think I like it. So I've just put adhesive on the flap and folded that in. I forgot to fold this. And now I'm going to just put adhesive on this bottom flap. That's the great thing about the box is that you only need a little bit of adhesive across the bottom. Okay, so I've got that. Take my yardstick, put it in there just to kind of give it some stress. So there we go. That looks good. I'm going to make this the front because I think I like that. All right, so I'm going to set the box aside. If you have any questions, let me know. But that really pretty easy, right? Okay, now I'm pulling over my DSP. I've already scored it at 1 5/8 on all of the sides. So this is really pretty easy. Now, when you cut these strips, I'll fold it over here just so I can see them a little better. You're going to cut, and this is the lid, okay? Cut here. You're going to cut every other one here. And I don't know why, but that's the way that Melissa did it. And so that's the way that I'm going to do it. It does fold in very nicely, though. Guys, here's the thing. If people have figured something out and it works, which it does, I don't need to know. They don't need to know why. So you can see how this is going to fold in, okay? All going to fold in. So I think what I'm going to do is put a little bit of Stampin' Seal here. Now this is different than how I did in the sample, so we'll see. And a little bit there, okay? So I'll fold that piece in. And when I say here and there, so that's on the 2 long pieces, okay? Actually, you know what I think? I think if I put it on all 4 of the long sections, that's gonna work out really well. So that's what I'm gonna do. And again, with Stampin' Seal Plus, gotta be careful, okay? Yes, ma'am, right there. Uh-oh, I do see a problem here. No, not a big problem though. Okay, there, and then there. Okay, so there we go. So here's the thing. This is a little bit of the problem. When you put the Stampin' Seal Plus on those long sides like that, you do have a little bit of area where adhesive is exposed, and you're not going to want that because then it becomes real tricky to take the lid off. So just put the Stampin' Seal on the small flaps, okay? Don't put them on the big flaps. And you'll see as you fold it together, you'll see exactly how you want to do it. Okay, so I've got my lid. I've got my, and the lid does fit perfectly. See, pa-da-da-da, look at that. I got my lid, and now I'm almost done. I'm going to put in whatever I'm putting in, putting it all in. You know what? Let's just pretend. Oh, you could put a bone folder in here. You could put some glue. You could put take a pick tool. You could put, look at this. You could even put, look at this. This would be a great crafter's box, a fantastic crafter's box. Good morning, Terry. That's a good gift right there. Let's just keep it in there just to pretend. Okay, so I'm gonna put my lid on. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut a piece of the a long piece. I'm gonna tell you, this is probably, especially if you want a pretty bow. Now, if you just wanna knot it, you could. But in measuring, I'm gonna say this is probably close to a yard. So ribbon will be something for you. If you don't want to use that much ribbon, you could just put a bow up here, however you want to do it. So ribbon at the bottom. If you want to put a little glue dot at the bottom to hold that ribbon in place, you can. But you know my philosophy on ribbon, which is this. Life is too short to fight with ribbon. I'm not going to do it. So I will cut a long piece every time. I'm also going to tell you, on the clearance rack is some great ribbon for like $3 for a spool. And it's white. It's a little bit thicker than this, and I really like it. It's the, there's the herringbone is there. See how cute that is with the ribbon around it. The herringbone is there, and then one that is very similar to this. It's got some frayed edges to it, the frayed ribbon. I love it. So, okay, I reached into my pile of clutter, my magic pile of clutter. You can see that I've already done the tag. The tag came from the Greetings of the Season die cuts, great tag set. I stamped the My Gift for You on here, and I've colored it with Granny Apple Green and Real Red. So the only thing that I have left to do is to grab some gold twisted thread. Love this stuff, just so you know, love it. And this was also included in the Mega Craft Kit on the front end. So the gold twisted thread, and I'm going to make a little tag with it. So I'm not great at tying on tags. I know there's an easy way to do it. I have not yet figured that easy way out. But I do like to kind of weave my ribbon in there, or thread, whatever it is I'm using. And then I'll put both of these through. I'll just put them through that. So we've got that. And then I'm just, when did I say was my front? You know what? I actually think this, because that's going to fill up a dead space. I'm just going to put that right there. Did you get any Christmas trees? Are any of your Christmas trees decorated yet? 2 of mine are up, and you might be like, Julie, you have 2 trees? I do have 2, and I have a few more. I love Christmas. Mark loves Christmas, so we do it. They're not all super fancy trees, but yesterday I was working on the Creating for Christ retreat, putting pillow gifts together. Oh, they're so cute. The whole theme is rest and relax. And so every pillow gift has something that's going to help you do that. And just kind of have your peace for the holiday season, all those things. So I was working on that a little bit after I ate with Jackie's mom. Okay, so see what I'm talking about? This is why I'm a dork. I just cut the thread in half. So that's not going to work well at all. All right, you know what we're going to do? Okay, just pretend, because I don't have patience for this right now, and I'm pretty sure you don't either. You're going to tie your thread around it. You're not going to cut your thread off like I just did. I'm just putting a dimensional right there, just to give you the illusion. Look, the illusion that it's hanging there. So there we go. You will wrap your thread around and tie. But anyway, Jackie decorated 2 of my trees yesterday, so that was great. Okay, let me bring the camera back, and I'll show you this in real life. Okay, if you happen to put it, just use your embossing putty. Oh, Jen, that's a good tip. Did you guys see that? Okay, yay, I'm back. Did you guys see that tip from Jennifer Vanderwecken up in Canada? She said, if you happen to put your adhesive on the long pieces, use your embossing buddy. You'll remember I used the embossing buddy the first day and compared myself to Simone Biles using the chalk stick that she uses on her hands, but that will cover the adhesive, so you don't have a problem. Here we go. Here is the project. I do like this. I'm going to show you. I do like it stamped instead of plain. I do like that. So this is the box, okay? Your tag is tied there. Your tag will not have a dimensional the way that mine does because I messed it up. And that's it. So project number 5, done. I hope you like it. What one is your favorite so far? We've got this box. We've got the door hanger, little hot chocolate treat door hanger. The Post-it note holder. The pink box for treats, and then the very, very first one, oh, here it is, guys, was this card that holds a gift card, some embellishments, whatever. I'd be interested in knowing what one your favorite one is so far. So 5 projects, you've seen them. Don't forget that you can, again, if you want to place an order, you can and get the tutorial free. If you want to purchase a tutorial, you can. Don't forget that you can go over, if you're like, I'd like to hear Julie ramble a little bit more. You can go over to the Great American Stampin Show and see my project that I made for that. Where did I put it? And now you got to go watch it. I showed it at the beginning of the video. It was great. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Card with the super cute, easy. Oh, I'm just showing it to me. Stair step. So easy. Okay, so you can take a look at that. So all sorts of things. I'm going to be sending out today my card club tutorials. If you're in my Stampin' Shine club, I'll be sending those out. If you're interested in Stampin' Shine, I'll put a link for that, my monthly card club. Cancel it anytime, but I think you would like it. And I will also be sending out today the free tutorial for 12 weeks of Christmas that I'm doing with the Gas Girls for week 9. So that's what I have for you. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Maybe recorded, maybe not. We'll see. Bye-bye.